Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I was having trouble in connecting the internet. Okay, so let me quickly go and share my screen and show you the next topic. Let me share. Types of roof. We'll be looking to the type of roofs today. I'll show you two short videos. Where it is? Okay, this one and this one. Okay.
So firstly, we will see different types of roofs, that is classification of roofs. So these roofs are classified into three main categories, and these types are pitch or sloping roofs, flat or terrace roofs, and truss roofs. So in this video, we will discuss all these types of roofs one by one in detail. So firstly, we will discuss about pitch or sloping roof. When top surface of a roof is sloping as shown in this image, then it is known as pitch roof or sloping roof. This pitch roof is more suitable in the region where rainfall or snowfall is heavy.
Hello. My screen is not visible. Ivan Sevius. To others, it is visible or not, the screen? Maybe you are having network issue or because I have shared already the screen. Okay. Okay, it is visible. You
Now we
check
will see
your
types of
internet.
pitch
Okay. So you see, this is one
or
type.
snowfall is heavy.
See, this we are talking about the three types of the roofing system,
So we will discuss about
right?
pitch or sloping roof in
So
detail.
these are what your pitched or sloping roofs, flat or terraced roofs, curved roofs. You can see in the picture itself. Okay. So when what is pitched or sloping roof, you can see in this video here. These kind of when your top surface of a roof is this sloping, these are the images. That whenever it is sloping, it is known as your sloping roof, or it can be known as also your pitched roofs. Okay.
Then it is known as pitch roof or sloping roof. This pitch roof is more suitable in the region where rainfall or snowfall is heavy.
Hmm.
Now we will see types of pitch roofs. So these pitch roofs are classified into three main categories, and these types are single roofs, truss roofs, double or purling roofs. So we will see all these types of pitch roofs in detail. So firstly we will discuss about first type of pitch roof, that is single roof. So in a single roof, common rafters are provided to each slope without any intermediate support. Single roof has five forms. First one is lean-to roof, second one is the couple roof, third one is couple close roof, fourth one is polar beam roof, and fifth one is polar and scissors roof. So now we will discuss these five forms of single roof one by one. So firstly we will discuss about lean-to roof. So lean-to roof is the simplest form of pitch roof, and it is also known as paint roof or isolate roof. So this image shows lean-to roof. Here we can see this is first wall and this is another wall. So in the lean-to roof, one wall is carried up sufficiently higher than the other one to give necessary slope to the roof, as shown in this image. A lean-to roof is generally used for sheds, outhouses, attached to main buildings, verandas, etc. This lean-to roof is suitable for a maximum span of 2.40 meters. Now, second form of single roof is couple roof. So, in the couple roof, the common rafters, here we can see common rafters are provided. So, in the couple roof, these common rafters slope upward from the opposite walls and and they meet on a ridge piece in the middle as shown in this image. These common rafters are firmly secured in position at both ends, one end being on the ridge piece and other on the wall plate as shown in this image. This couple roof is suitable for spans up to about 3.60 meters. Now, third form of single roof is couple closed roof. This couple closed roof is just similar to couple roof except that the legs of the common rafters are connected by tie beams as shown in this image. So here we can see legs of these common rafters are connected by this tie beam. This tie beam prevents the tendency of rafters to spread out and thus the danger of overturning on the walls is also avoided. In this image, we can see this tie beam can also be used as a ceiling joist when required. This couple can be adopted economically up to a span of 4.20 meters. Now, fourth form of single roof is polar beam roof. This polar beam roof is a variation of a couple closed roof. And here we can see tie beam is raised and placed at a higher level, and this tie beam is known as polar or polar beam. In this image we can see this is polar beam roof, and here this polar beam roof is adopted to economize the space and to increase the height of a roof. This roof can be adopted up to a maximum span of 4.80 meters. Now, fifth form of single roof is polar and scissors roof. So, this polar and scissors roof is similar to the polar beam roof, except that two polar beams which are crossing each other to present an appearance of scissors are provided as shown in this image. So, here in this image you can see these two polar beams which are crossing each other to present an appearance of scissors are provided. So such a roof is known as the polar and scissors roof. Now we will see second type of pitch roof, that is double or purlin roof. When span exceeds about 2.14 meters, the necessary size for the rafters becomes uneconomical. So therefore, in order to reduce the size of rafters, the intermediate support called as purlins as shown in this image are introduced under the rafter. This each rafter is thus supported at 3 points. So in this image we can see first point is what? At the bottom of this rafter, at the bottom on wall to the wall plate as shown in this image. Second point, see in this image, at the top by the ridge beam, and third point is at the center by a purlin. The effective span of the rafter is thus nearly half, and therefore it becomes much lighter than it would be if spanned the whole length from edge to the ridge. Such a roof is known as the double or purlin roof. It can be economically adopted up to a span of 4.80 meters. It is also sometimes referred to as the rafter and purlin roof.
For just $67, you can make as many videos.
Image shows double or purlin roof because here purlins are provided. Now, third type of pitch or sloping roof is truss roof. When the span exceeds 4.80 meters and when there are no inside supporting walls or partitions for the purlins, the frame structures known as the trusses are used. The spacing of trusses depends upon the load on the roof, position of cross walls, span, and material of the truss. But the spacing is generally 3 meters for wooden trusses. So here this image shows truss roof and its various components. The trusses carry the reed feet and purlins on which the common rafters rest. The trusses span in the same direction in which the common rafters run as shown in this image. Some of the usual forms of a trusses are Some of the usual forms of roof trusses are as follows. First one is twin post truss. Second one is twin post truss. Third one is mansard truss. Fourth one is truncated truss. Fifth one is Belfast truss. Sixth one is steel trusses. And seventh one is composite trusses. Now we will see all these roof trusses one by one. So firstly, we will see king post truss. So in the king post truss, the central post known as king post forms a support for the tie beam. So in this image, we can see this is king post truss, and here we can see this central post which is known as king post, which forms a support for the tie beam, for this tie beam. Here we can see these inclined members which are known as struts. These inclined member struts prevent the principal rafters from bending in the middle. This king post truss is suitable for roofs of spans varying from 5 to 8 meters. Now, second type of truss roof is twin post truss. This twin post truss differs from a king post truss in having two vertical members known as the twin post. So in this image we can see this image shows twin post truss, and here we can see these two vertical members which are known as twin posts. So this one is twin post truss. The upper end of these twin post truss, upper end of these twin posts are kept in position by means of a horizontal member which is known as staining beam. This twin post truss is suitable for roof of spans varying from 8 meters to 12 meters. A convenient combination of the twin post and twin post trusses can be made to increase the suitability of twin post truss up to a span of 18 meters. For this purpose, the twin post truss is strengthened by one more upright member which is known as the princess post on either side. Now we will see third type of truss roof, which is mansard truss. So the mansard truss is a two-story truss with upper portion consisting of a king post truss and lower portion of twin post truss. That is, mansard truss is a combination of king post twin post truss. So this image shows mansard truss, which is a combination of king post truss and twin post truss. This mansard truss has two pitches. The upper pitch, that is king post, as shown in this image. So this upper pitch, that is king post truss, which varies from 30 degree to 40 degree, and the lower pitch, that is twin post truss, varies from 60 degree to 70 degree. The use of this mansard truss results in the economy of space, and a room may be provided in the roof between the two twin posts. However, this truss has become obsolete at present mainly because of its odd and ugly appearance, and also due to the introduction of steel trusses. Now, fourth type of truss roof is truncated truss. So this truss is just similar to the mansard truss, except that top is finished flat with a gentle slope to one side. So in this truncated truss is used when a room is required in the room. Now, fifth type of truss roof is Belfast truss. So Here we can see this image shows bell fast truss. So this truss is in the form of a bow as shown in this image. It consists of thin sections of timber with its top chord curved. This bell fast truss can be used for long spans of about 30 meters, provided the light roof covering is used. This truss is also sometimes known as the lattice roof truss or no string truss. Now, next type of truss roof is steel trusses. For spans greater than 12 meters, it becomes economical to use the steel trusses. The mild steel is usually available in roll sections of standard shapes and sizes. This facilitates the roof construction. For small spans, the steel trusses consist of angles related or welded together to plates, which is known as the gusset plate. As steel can resist both the stresses, compression and tension, the design of steel truss is simplified. And last type of truss is composite truss. So composite trusses are composed of wooden members and steel or wrought iron members. The steel is used for members to resist tensile stresses. A composite truss is light in weight and economical. However, special fittings are required at the junction of steel and timber. It should be seen that the joints composite trusses are such that cast or fork fittings are easily used. So here, first type of roof, that is pitch or sloping roof is used. Now, second type of roof is flat roof. When the top surface of the roof is flat, as shown in this image, then it is known as flat roof. So these flat roofs are more suitable for a building to be constructed in plains and in harsh regions where rainfall is not heavy and no snow. Flat roofs can be constructed in the buildings of any shape and size, having longer spans and larger areas. This image shows construction of flat roof. Now, last type of roof is curved roof. When the top surface of the roof is curved in shape as shown in this image, then it is known as curved roof. Curved roofs are used to give the better architectural effect to the building structure. Cylindrical, parabolic, and dome-like shapes are usually used in the curved roof. These types of roofs are more suitable in the construction of buildings such as cinema theaters, libraries, temples, holy places, recreation centers, etc. These both images show the curved roof. So here, this video is finished. I hope this video will be helpful for you. So here, centers, cinema theaters, libraries.
5 minutes. I'll share the link with. So there are three types of basically the roofs you have understood. The uh, sloped one, flat one, and the curved ones. The sloped ones are the general. Nowadays for buildings we always use flat ones only, but for curves will be used for your you can say the warehouses also you can use for factories, for your any kind of manufacturing company sometimes, most of the times. So there are and the curved roofs you will be using for some very um theaters, libraries, like for for public places where you want to attract the public. So with the decorative, for the decorative purpose, we will have a curved roof. Okay, so the slope roofs are of various types, like till C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. 7 types of the slope roofs were discussed with you. So I hope you understood this video. It was simple. Let me first of all share with you the your link. Then I'll show you one short video on your this acoustic fibers. If I can, I'll show you now. Um, Building construction. Go to the link and share your this one attendance. Till then, let me show you the different other video on acoustic fibers, like the fire protections, the last topic here.
One of the most important components of a fire protection system is the automatic fire sprinklers. In general, a sprinkler is activated by the heat put off by the fire once it reaches a certain temperature at the ceiling around that particular head. A common misconception is that every sprinkler head in a system will go off at once after the first sprinkler has activated. While systems that behave somewhat like this exist, deluge-type systems, it is pretty uncommon and used in special situations like certain types of aircraft hangars. In most cases, the fire sprinklers that activate only do so around and over the fire. These systems are most effective in the fire's initial growth stage, as they work to spread a continuous flow of water over the fire, ideally dampening it enough to be fully put out. There are several types of fire sprinklers. Wet pipe sprinkler systems are filled with water at all times, allowing for quick fire suppression. They are the most common type of sprinkler and are both cost efficient and low maintenance. Dry sprinkler systems use pressurized air in the pipe which exits before water escapes. Pre-action sprinkler systems are filled with air and water passes through if a smoke alarm or detector goes off. They are best used in locations looking to avoid accidental and unnecessary water damage such as libraries or data centers. Deluge sprinkler systems feature open nozzles and are common to industrial parks.